Oh, how you suffered to become this beast. Yet you laughed at me. Others writhed and raged in the vice. But you played the fool. And so it was that you distorted my design. Mirage.
Alright, so hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing to you a zero forma tank slash DPS pure red crit mirage helmet combo and synergy. This build is a zero forma and you'll be tanky and immortal and you'll be doing nice DPS against any steel path. But without further ado, let's get into the first ability. A very important one, which will help us with our survivability. So first we have Halls of Mirrors. The augment is Hall of Malevolence. This ability will actually spawn 5 or 4 mirages that will confuse the enemy and allow for them to miss most of their shots against the clones of light. From there, those enemies do increase damage of your actual weapon and will perform 5 times your combo of Blood Rush, Weeping Wounds, or Gladiator mods in a heavy attack, allowing for nice juicy red crits. Other than that, you should always have this ability on, or else you will die. That is 100% sure. Now, with the augment, this will kill. Every kill by the Clone of Light will increase its damage by 5%, allowing for even better damage potential. So you kind of have to weave it in, make the clone in front of you and not yourself, allowing for it to get higher. With that out the way, let's get into the second ability. Not as useful, somewhat meh, and not too good damage potential. But still, I should let you guys know. Alright, so next we have Sleight of Hand. This ability will drop a jewel, timesing by 5 when you have your clones active. This will attract enemies' attention somewhat because the AI does not always target that, and do very disappointing damage, only up to 40 blast damage. From there, the ability basically breaks. With the augment, it can affect certain objects to explode, but since this is not in the build, we won't get too into it. So let's move on to the next ability, a very important one. Alright, Eclipse, a very important ability, adding on to the damage output and tankiness. This ability can give you a damage increase and a damage reduction. The damage reduction applies whenever you're within a shadow in natural game lighting and can cap out at 95%. Although, on the other hand, the light damage increase applies a damage buff whenever in natural game lighting light spaces and whenever you're under a heat proc. Keep that in mind. So you will often switch between the two. But with that out the way, let's get into the last ability. We put this in and took out Prism, the original last ability. Alright, so the last ability, Empower. This ability gives a extra 50% ability strength increase towards your next ability cast, and This affects anything affectable by power strength. Can be used to increase damage output and the damage of the clones. You just have to cast it beforehand, so it's all in the timing. It's not mandatory, but it's extra damage and you should always take it into consideration. Alright, so now let's get into the build. The reason you're here are full red critting, slash mirage prime. So in the aura slot we have corrosive projection for the less armor on the enemy, allowing for more slash damage, gladiator resolve for the health and the extra crit chance, primed flow for the energy max, quick thinking so that when we get to 2 HP it drains our energy instead of killing us, narrow-minded for the extra duration. We don't need range in this build, blind rage for the power strength. Efficiency isn't a problem, these abilities take almost no energy to cast in the first place. Then we have Umbral Intensifier for the extra power strength, Hall of Malevolence for the extra damage towards the clones for every kill they acquire, and then Hunter Adrenaline so that whenever we take damage to health it gives us extra energy, allowing for us to actually stabilize the energy drain whenever we take damage, which is a lot when you're going up against things like bombards. Then you have Arcane Victory to heal you, and Arcane Avenger for the crit chance. You can totally take that up for Arcane Fury, but that's what gets us those nice red crits. But now onto the Pennant build. Heck, you don't even need to use the Pennant, this is just if you want to know. We have Sacrificial Steel for the crit chance, Organ Shatter for the crit damage, Killing Blow for the wind up and the heavy attack damage, Corrupt Charge for the initial combo, and then we have a Deconstructor which has the Gladiator mods with the extra crit chance. Then we have Condition Overload for the damage every status effect on that enemy, Virulent Scourge, and Vicious Frost for the viral, and Sacrificial Pressure for the extra damage, and just a little extra crit chance with Sacrificial Steel. Alright, so this is the fashion frame and the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you need any other video or you have any recommendations, I'll take a look at them. I read all comments. I also take feedback, always looking to improve. And yeah, Zaku is not getting any closer to building, so yeah, the video might come very late. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you want to see more, just make sure to subscribe, or don't. Like if you really liked it, leave your feedback in the comments, and that will be me signing off with the Mirage build that I hope you liked and was inspired by.